I love it, man. How's your wife been? Good. Hey, any septic or anything I should know about?
No, I'm gonna double check, but I think they're on the city.
Okay, cool. Okay. No lawns, you know. Watch y'all head. Oh, actually, I'm gonna do this on the other side. Might have to sharpen that thing. It ain't about a dime. Yesterday. Yeah, I called myself. Grab this one for me, Vic. Grab this one when it comes down. Got it? I didn't want to tear up that bush. That's what I was trying to do. Hey, come grab the tip of this when it drops to you. Okay? It's gonna come and cut it real slow. So just watch your head too, just in case if it pops off. But I'll cut it slow. Okay. Here we go. Okay, thank you. You good? Okay. sir. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cut it while I got it. Just this one. Y'all cut the next one though. The next one up. See, that double. Headache. Headache. Hold on. Headache. Watch out. Okay, pull. Nope. There we go. Watch your head, Z. Stop. Stop it. Oh yeah. Sometimes they jump back, boss. You good? I forgot you had these limbs over here too. That's it for this one. Hey, what's up, guys? You're on Meet Your Boy for Life. As always, thanks for watching, guys. What you seen there was a little postal action. And right now, if you want to maybe go ahead and, I went ahead and simultaneously did part 2. So part 2 should be up maybe after this or at the same time as I post this video up. So if you want to go ahead and go to part 2. Otherwise, what you'll see me do here is just get prepped for climbing and everything. And I'll chat with the boys a little bit. And I will do some climbing, a little cutting, but part 2 is where all the action is. Definitely, this little job right here, as you can see, we'll do that big oak tree right there on the side of the house there. And also, we'll get this tree the rest of the way down. Or at least I'll top it out and he'll cut it down once I finish. And we'll go from there. But this is a nice little series. This is here in June. I guess right before the middle of June, man, give or take the 8th or 9th, maybe even a few days before. But this was when I did this in 2018. So Much appreciative of all you guys for your continued watching of my channel. And especially new guys, I hope you learn a little something. Of course, you can't take everything away from how I climb and how I do things, because I do agree I don't do everything perfect or according to what some guys might consider the standard. But I just learned to cut trees down. I'm very successful at it, and I've done so many different types, and you'll see. And I can pretty much all my tree jobs. If you ever notice, even some of the biggest trees, I can normally do in one video series, which normally could equal out to about roughly maybe about anywhere from 6 hours or less. I can take down an average tree. Easy trees, I'm looking at an hour or two. So, and sometimes less if I have to climb them, because you just have to be a little safer. I like using my two lanyards. I'm not gonna just run up there with one and not have a tie-in point, you know. So it's just all depending on, you know, you as the climber and how you plan to do what you want to do as you go about your business and making money for you and your family. So, I mean, I'm not one to critique nobody. I mean, hey, you do what you want to do. Just like push come to shove, I'm just gonna do what I want to do. So, trying not to do nothing too crazy though, but within reason. And the accidents will happen. Of course, I had a situation with one guy who decided to unsubscribe because he felt like, okay, well, I'm tired of seeing you do this or that, you know. And I understand, you know, a lot of guys might feel like that, but the whole gist of my channel, although I do have some how-to things on here, it is still entertainment, guys. At the end of the day, you see what I do and my journey and what it takes for me to take care of my family and how I provide, and this is my main way of doing that. And I show guys that, because in the beginning I hardly ever posted me actually climbing like I am now. We have my phone and whatever, because you know you don't want to, you know, you never want to mislead anybody or give anybody the wrong impression, because um, you know you when you climbing trees, you know, there's gonna always be a situation where you might have to one hand the saw, or you might not have to. You might let the limb pill over. You might not cut the notch. I mean, there's gonna be situations like that. Some guys, because they're experienced, they don't understand that, or maybe because of how they would do things, they would just say, "Well, no, that's not right," or "This is not this," or whatever. You know, so you do have those guys out there. Some guys just don't care. They just like watching tree work. That's the type of person I am. So I like watching tree work, and I do tree work myself, so I'm very good at it, and I've done very well these last 10, 15 years, and you can see that, you know, all the evidence is here on my channel. Granted, you know, I've had a few accidents, but I mean, who doesn't if you're really into this work, if you're immersed in it like we are. So at any rate, thanks guys again for watching, and just enjoy, you know, these series that I have. And, you know, I guess in other words, don't over critique what you see, you know. It's just me working. This is how I get it done. But at any rate, thanks again. Peace out, you all. Meet your boy for life. Oh yeah, and you're gonna see me doing a little sharpening here, like I said. Um, if you really want to see, you know, where I'm at with this video, I guess toward the end here, I'll probably do like probably about almost, I guess give or take like 10 minutes of just talking and sharpening. So if you go like a little bit past, I guess the 20 mark in this video, you'll see me get up and I'll get to climbing in this tree, and I will do some cutting. So you will get some action, but not a whole lot. But again, thanks for watching, guys. Peace out. You all. Meet you for life.
Yeah, you can throw it over there for him, please. Thank you.
probably won't, but just still, just to have one out. Oh, definitely. We're gonna need some more stuff out of there too. How you been doing, Wink? How you been? I'm pretty good. Good to see you. You did?
Yeah.
That's great then. That's great. Hey, sometimes working for the man, it's just they don't appreciate you, man.
No, I work for a Wi-Fi company a buddy of mine owns. I've used it for years.
Yeah.
I work from home now. And
A lot more freedom.
travel. I was in New Orleans Monday and Tuesday this week.
Wow.
I got to go to San Diego. I'm going to San Diego Tuesday. Man. I'm going to San Diego Tuesday.
Oh wow.
Be out there all week.
That's amazing. So you gonna help him build his business?
Yeah, build that. Yeah.
So really, you probably pretty much same transition as far as money too.
Yeah.
So you fine, but you got more freedom
Yeah,
and you more power.
That's mowed my yard yesterday about 2 o'clock. I was out there mowing my yard. So, yeah.
Well, that's great, man. I'm glad that's working out.
Worked out dang good.
Yeah,
Hey guys, what's up? I couldn't help myself. I was just editing this and I was just, talking to my buddy here. And if you ever notice, like, that's my guy right there, Victor. He's normal with me, but he'll have Stokes Tree Service on the back of his shirt, and he wears a lot of the company shirts because me and him both got on with my buddy Zach over here for quite some time. But that's his dad who we're talking to right there. He's really, really good people, and I'm telling you, he'll work. It's hard finding good workers, but this is where we work in the King, where they based at. But I'm telling you, it's hard to find people that'll work. And he's an older man, I'm sure he's in his 50s, and works harder than most average young men. He's straight farm bred. His dad owned a cattle farm. Just big time. Just work. Ain't afraid to get out there and hustle. You'll see that throughout the video. So don't knock him for not wearing no safety. These guys sometimes, that's why they are. They work. It's just no way around it. So we're working for them today, anyways. But that's just amazing too. How again you have guys like that, and he had just left Spectrum that used to be Time Warner Cable, which was really huge here in the Triad or surrounding areas like Winston-Salem, North Carolina, Greensboro, here in King. So he used to be like one of the top dogs at the local branch, but he eventually had to leave because of the situation there. And that's what we was kind of going back and forth about because, it's just sad. And I worked at Wake Forest University for a company called Airmark for quite some time, and it was the same situation. The upper management, they'll get in there and they'll change stuff. It was funny because in my situation, I didn't even have a high school diploma at the time, but I went to that campus, and I because of my work ethic, and I knew a few people in management, I was able to demand. They started me off at $9 an hour, but I asked them the cooks was telling me what they was making, so I was like, man, I need to be making what y'all making. So just it's crazy what you can do. So never really settle for nothing when you out here, and I think that's why I work for myself. I think wholesale instead of retail, if that makes any sense. I just can't imagine working for somebody not feeling appreciated. So that's kind of like what we was talking about there. But anyways, I told them I was working for $9 an hour. I said I want 12, and like 12.50 or something like that. They said, well, no, we'll meet you halfway. So they gave me 11, I think $11 or 11ish. So I jumped from $9 to 12. From $9 to $11. So you can just imagine, I didn't tell everybody that, but you can just imagine how much freedom and leeway you guys might have if you work really well. You got to be a great worker though. You can't just be an average nobody, just coming in and playing around. I was big time. I got the awards to show you when I worked for this company there at Wake Forest. So, and again, I didn't even have a diploma, so you can see sometimes it's not about what you know, but who you know, and then it's a lot about how hard you work. So if you work hard, you'll be surprised what kind of mountains will move, out of your way, or what kind of mountains you can traverse, and how successful you can actually be as a person. Because even with like me take for tree climbing, I tell you guys a lot of times if you really are if you're new and unless you're new to my channel, but I was terrified of climbing like heights, nobody really even now, that's why if you do notice too, like I still make sure I'm tied in twice. I rarely untie. and just have the one tie-in point, even when I know I'm gonna be okay. But that's just the realization of it. But I braved that fear because I know that this is the only way I can succeed in life and make something, and kind of control my own destiny to some degree because this is, this life, you only get it, you're young once, so to speak, and just so you have to really, make the most out of it. So that's why I don't drink or smoke, or don't say, I'm not saying nothing's wrong with drinking, or if you smoke, that's your choice, but it still can shave years off your life. And if you do drugs, it's just, you can just imagine the money you waste and things like that. But I mean, to each his own. I'm not condemning you guys or judging you, but excuse me. But you just can imagine, the amount of money and your health that you sacrifice at the expense of a little fun. So I'm thinking about my future and where I want to be and how I'm trying to grow my situation and just be a whole lot more successful than my father and my grandfather. And my grandfather was actually fairly successful. He had a junk business, so that's why I kind of cater to the strap side of just when I'm the buying and selling type stuff I have on my channel here. I kind of cater to that too. So it's just, again, guys, I just hope y'all, wish y'all so much success. I just want y'all to be as successful as possible. And you think about it, a lot of people do put a lot of success on a lot of money, but the realization of it is that sometimes your time that you get to spend with your family and the time that you have at home, just relaxing, sometimes that's still signifies success. Or if you're able to be debt free, or if you're able just to have a measure of just happiness and health, sometimes, that's still a measure of success. So don't overlook those things because money doesn't mean everything. And I don't make a killing. If that was the case, I wouldn't be working as hard as I work, but I still enjoy working hard and I enjoy this work that I do. But ultimately, I just enjoy just being in control of my situation. As long as my health will permit it, that's what I'm trying to do. And so again, guys, I didn't mean to come back on and talking you half to death, but that's what we was talking about there. And you might have heard, I kind of probably my talking now overshadowed whatever else we was gonna talk about, but still, that's just a situation that you have. So just look at your own situation and just think about what you got and where you headed and where you want to be, and try to make those changes. I mean, everybody's, they like even in religion now they have that prosperity teaching. You give to God, He'll give back to you, and I don't necessarily believe that in that sense because a lot of those people are just taking y'all for y'all money. But the realization of it is that you get out what you put in, and that's just how it is. That's even with blessings. Sometimes you do have the blessing where you didn't really have to work or do anything for it. Somebody just gives you something. Hey, son, here's a car, or daughter, here's this or that. Those are blessings that you might get. So, but ultimately you have to still work hard. And the main blessings in life that you'll get are those that you have some goals and you set for yourself that you work toward, and that God is able to bless that for you. So that's how I believe on that end. So don't give your money to people who just trying to promise you more, because it just don't work like that. Unless they are like a Edward Jones, and they saying you invest in this money and then you might get something back. At least that's better than throwing your money at a preacher or something that's trying to take you. But I ain't gonna get all religious on you guys. Try to keep that separate. But just again, just that's part of y'all being successful. Just trying to just be wary of certain things and don't do things that waste your money and waste. A lot of people, again, the money, it don't come as fast. And tree work, that's why a lot of people do choose to climb trees, because the money is great. I won't argue with that. I mean, honestly, there's some weeks and months where I make great money, and although I work half the time, like half the month and half of it I don't, but still, I've been able to do that, and that's afforded me a lot of time to spend with my family and do other things. Even though I don't have I really don't have a savings at all or anything like that, but I do have a few assets and things that enable me to do what I do, and um, just I'm just being able to just take care of things, and that's why sometimes too, again, I go off on little tangents and also I go off on a little hiatus or something. Y'all won't see me for a little while, but I'll be out there hustling, man. I'll be trying to take care of things, and I want you guys to do the same. Because everybody's different. Some people will have more money. Some people have more sense. Some people have more, this or that. It just, just be grateful for what you got. Who cares? Just try to make the most out of your situation and just do the best you can. And in the meantime, guys, just stay safe out there, up in those trees. And always, again, thanks for watching. But I'm not gonna talk no more in this video. I'm just gonna get out of here because it's almost over anyway. So check out part 2. You're really gonna like that. Definitely some crazy cutting up in that video. And then look out for the series with the white oak over there. How I try to get that tree down and not kill nothing because we're right there over the house.